What was the answer? Well done. Oh, okay. So we're in South America. So A wouldn't be right because there's no chimpanzees there, at least naturally. Still in South America, so it wouldn't be orangutans either. Howler monkeys? That's our correct answer. Gorillas and aye-ayes also would be in South America. The howler monkeys would be. Getting used to this quicker. Okay, so today we're going to situate ourselves. We're going to wrap up really quick where Kaylin left off last week. And then we're going to jump right into the old world monkeys, which are colobines and cercopithecines. And then we're also going to go into the apes. But first, we're going to talk about owl monkeys really quick. These are the only nocturnal anthropoid in the primate order. They filled a nocturnal niche in their evolution to the bird of prey predation that a lot of those primates of Americas will face during the day. So when you're active at night and your main predators aren't, you're more likely to be able to reproduce and forage without any predation pressures. This is what prey upon these owl monkeys, these harpy eagles of South America. As you can see with this photo on the left, they're massive. They are absolutely huge, and they can get anywhere from 8 to 13 pounds. And then we'll really quickly wrap up on spider monkeys as well. These guys partake in suspensory locomotion. As you can see here, this brachiation here with that fifth limb, that prehensile tail. And it's important to note here that they lost this fifth digit, or it shrunk very, very small, for their hand-under-hand brachiation behavior. We're going to move right in to our next survey. We got a lot to cover, so stick with me. As Kaylin touched on last week, there's a lot of shared traits between the monkeys of the Americas and monkeys of Asia and Africa, including that arboreal and terrestrial quadrupedalism behavior. These guys will have arms and legs of equal or just about equal length. They're going to be living in really cohesive groups, which is indicative of more social complexity. They have relatively larger brains for their body size. We also see more omnivory in these monkeys, as well as that post-orbital closure, again, and diurnality, except for that one anthropoid species. So the monkeys of Asia and Africa, your lab book will call these old world monkeys, but again, we're trying to decolonize our language and move towards some better grammar, some better wording here. There's both arboreal and terrestrial adaptations in these monkeys. They live in groups. Some of these can get very large. They also have really diverse residence patterns, and no two species are the same. They are all diurnal, and while they have tails, they are not prehensile, so they don't act as a fifth limb in this situation. So geographically, we're situated in Africa. I'm going to have way too much fun with this video for you guys. And then also Central and Southeast Asia over here. These habitats include tropical forests, savannas, and even temperate zones. So these guys are broken up into two families within Cercopithecoidea, and these are the Cercopithecine monkeys, which are arboreal and terrestrial. We see a lot of omnivory. They also have ischial callosities, which we'll get into momentarily, and estrus swellings. The colobines, however, are strictly arboreal, and they're a little bit more fulivorous than the Cercopithecines, and we don't see callosities here. So these are the colobines. They're found in Africa and Asia. Again, geographically, this is where we're situated. There is only one colobus species in Africa. It's the red colobus, which we'll talk about momentarily. They're hunted by chimps. The black and white ones too. Oh, Google lied to me then. So there's colobus species in Africa, and there are some in Asia. They are arboreal quadrupeds, so they're moving around on all fours in the trees. And they are heavy, heavy, heavy leaf eaters. They have some adaptations that help with that, including this sacculated stomach, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's a stomach with sac-like compartments, which are, they have specialized bacteria that break down plant cellulose and turn it into calories. These are the African colobines. Black and white colobus. You see these guys in zoos a lot. But what's interesting is that they don't look anything like the red colobus, as you can see here. So these guys have this really glorious fluffy tail. These guys are less fluffy tails, but these are what are hunted by chimpanzees in Africa. And it can get pretty gruesome. These are the Asian colobines. These include your langurs. The Hanuman langur especially has some religious connotations attached to it, and they are regarded very highly. More in Asia, these leaf monkeys get their name from their food. These babies here are in fact born this bright, and then it attracts a lot of female attention. Everybody wants to mother the new brightly colored baby. And then as they mature, you can see here they get darker with age. These guys are the fun ones. So these are some more colobines. These are called Proboscis monkeys. I bet you can't guess why. This is a male here on the left and a female and a juvenile here on the right. So you can see just how significant the difference is in the noses. And we're going to watch a video here that shows some of these.
High above the mud,